Good day and welcome back to another one of my packet tracer tutorials. Today we'll be looking at Dhcp Snooping. It is also a layer 2 access layer security feature that you can enable on your network. So I've gone and built a topology for us just to simulate a real Dhcp server and someone that would go and plug in another let's say a home router at their desk so that they've got more network ports on their network, or maybe set up their own little network attached to our network, which can cause serious problems within your own network if you don't have Dhcp snooping enabled. Right, so let's have a look at the switch config. So for this configuration that we've got here is a clean switch for now. Let's go enable, show, run, and basically as you can see that there's no real configuration on the switch at the moment for now. So what we've got here is we've got an internet router which is configured on this port over here. This switch is purely on layer 2 at this point in time. There's nothing configured on the interfaces. So let's quickly have a look at the router, just so that you guys have got an idea of what is configured in the lab, so that if you want to lab this up at home, you're more than welcome to follow. Let's quickly have a look here. Show IP interface brief. So basically what we've got here is 2 ports, and this is the gigabit Ethernet port, which is this one over here that plugs in on gig 01 over there. It's got an IP address. This is the real gateway IP address, so this will be our gateway to the internet, just simulating a very small network with a Dhcp server. So let's have a look at the Dhcp server, the real Dhcp server. We'll go over to services, Dhcp, and we'll have all of the configuration here. So we can see that the starting IPs are here, maximum number of users. All of that has already been configured. And then the idiot at their desk Dhcp server. So let's have a look at what is configured here. It's a completely different range with 192.168.254.254, which is very similar to this one, but in a completely different subnet configured, also with just 50 members over there. So you've got the two servers right over here, and the internet breakout router, and then you've got the PC simulating what will happen in the network, especially with dual Dhcp servers and things being configured incorrectly. So what will happen? So let's have a look at the configuration here. So we've got Dhcp, and currently right now we've got the correct IP address. Everything there is fine. So let's close that and quickly go over the command prompt. So just to see if we can reach our gateway, we'll do a 192.168.1.254, which is our gateway, and we can see that we can actually ping the gateway, which is great for now. So we'll go right ahead and say ipconfig / renew. So what will happen is this will basically send out a new request for Dhcp IP address, so that we can renew the IP address. So what this will basically in turn show you is, like right now we've got a return from the correct Dhcp server. I just want to check that our Dhcp service here is also on, so that we can have a correct simulation. We'll do this a couple of times. And there we go. You can see now that we've got the incorrect details here. So this is bad. This is really bad, guys. If this happened in a production network, that node would not have a default gateway. It would not be able to reach anything on your network. So for all sake, that little node has gone down. It's unreachable. So let's go, we'll do another ping to the original internet gateway, or any gateway in that network for that sake. So you can see that we are getting timeouts on that, which is not good. So let's go right ahead and fix this. So we'll open up the switch. So on the left hand side here, I've got all the configs already, the major configs that we are going to do with this lab. I've put it here on the side so that you guys can follow with me. So we'll do a show IP DHCP snooping, and we'll say enter, and you can see right here it says DHCP snooping is disabled. So let's go right ahead now and enable DHCP snooping. So we'll go conft IP DHCP snooping. So this enables DHCP snooping on the switch. So I want to show you guys what happens if you just do this. Because right now, as you enable this, it will actually cause that no one will get a IP address. So if you say renew, then it should say failed. Yeah. See, there we go. So, which is great, because now DHCP snooping is enabled, which means that all DHCP requests coming in or out is being blocked on all ports. So now we need to specify and tell the switch where is the legitimate DHCP server located, on which port, or where's the legitimate relay port for that matter. So let's go right ahead into interface fast Ethernet 1 0/1, and we'll say IP DHCP snooping, and we'll say trust, and we'll go right ahead. And guys, if you don't know what the commands are, you can always just hit question mark and it will come up with the options, and you can pick the one from the options list. So now that we've told it where the on which port the trusted real DHCP server lives, that is great. Let's go back into configuration terminal, and now we need to tell interface range. So we're basically going to tell the entire range that you know, IP DHCP snooping limit the rate of DHCP requests also coming in, which is another nice little feature that you can add onto everything. So I'm just changing that to O2 because we don't really want to rate limit this port over here if other devices are going to connect to that as well. So we'll go right ahead and just copy that, and we'll go over here and we'll paste that in. So that will do a nice little config there, and we'll also do IP DHCP snooping for VLAN 1, because you need to tell it on which VLAN the addresses need to be snooped on. So right now I don't have any VLANs configured, so by default your VLAN that you are using is VLAN 1. So we'll enable that, and now that everything is enabled, we can now go back here and we can say renew, and you'll see that we get a new IP address and we get the correct one over and over. We're not getting the incorrect IP address from the guy that plugged in, the person that plugged in a little home router or whatever it might be at his desk. His little network is now being blocked, and our true default gateways are being shown. So let's do a ping back out to the gateway, and that is working. Alright guys, this is very, very simple but a very powerful tool. Quite important, I think, for any of the guys out there busy studying for a CCNA, or just wanting to sharpen up their skills and learn a little bit more about layer 2 security. This is definitely one of those tools that you can implement on layer 2, and it will make life a lot better, especially if you have people that think that they can add on to your network when they're not really supposed to do anything. Alright guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Cheers.